Hi everyone, Sabrina here from Scrappy Crafts, and as you can tell, today's video is very different from my normal ones. It might be the most important and exciting video that I ever post on my channel, so I wanted to do a face-to-face intro just because I felt like that would be more personable and you guys can get a good look at what I've been working on. So basically for the past couple months, I have been working to expand my business, which is called Scrappy Crafts. Some of you guys may already know that I own a handmade greeting card business, and I've done that since I was 15 years old. I paid my way through high school and college, and now I have graduated from college and I decided to go down the route of my business. So this year I decided I wanted to expand and create my own stamps and dies and basically enter into the card making industry. This way I can keep doing what I love, which is making cards. I can keep my current customer base, which are primarily card buyers, and now I can cater to another audience, which are primarily card makers, you guys. So this table shows all of the products that I have created for this collection. As you can see, they are all pop-up boxes, and this is very near and dear to my heart because many of you guys may already follow me on Instagram, you might be a customer of mine, and you know that about 90% of what I sell and showcase are pop-up boxes, more specifically these A7 ones here. So they're substantially larger than the A2 size boxes, which I think are the only ones currently on the market. And I want to show you guys an A7 up close. The stamps inside all of the boxes were illustrated by me and my grandma, who is an actual artist. So when I talk about the stamps, I'll kind of talk about who illustrated what, but this particular box, I actually hand drew all of the little buildings. And so I wanted to make the A7 boxes a little more fun, so I do have an add-on die that you can purchase, which you add to the bottom of the box here, and you can see that there's a black elastic band, and the whole thing is attached together with that band. There's no gluing involved, the score lines are there for you in the die, so it's very easy to assemble. But basically, when you fold the card flat, it expands, and once the recipient takes it out of the envelope, it just pops right into place. So let me compare with the mechanism and without. So this one does not have the mechanism, which it's still a pop-up, so it is going to naturally kind of open by itself, but you're gonna have to use your hands to kind of fold it down. Now, I love adding this mechanism to the bottom of my boxes, but I'll admit I don't do it very often just because it's a pain in the butt to do the measurements for this. And now that I have a die, there's really no excuse not to add them in because it really is a fun little surprise for your recipient. It's just like, I love how it just pops right into place. So along with the A7s, I do also have an add-on for a gift card holder that you can attach to the back of the card. And then let's talk about the Slimlines because I know Slimline cards are all the rage right now. So I do have two products. I have a Slimline shadow box, and you can see it just folds flat and fits into a number 10 sized envelope. I know I'm going to get some questions about the dimensions. So when my two Slimlines are folded flat, they're 9 inches across by 4 inches tall. And when they're popped up, they're 7 inches across. So here's the shadow box. And I also have a Slimline pop-up box, which is basically the same thing as the A7, except it's nice and long. The cards are shorter because they are Slimlines, but because you have 7 inches across, you can fit more images inside the Slimline than the A7. So I also have an add-on for the Slimline, which is another gift card holder. And my mom's beautiful handwriting wrote a cute little message, so you can add a note card or a gift card to the back of these. And when I show each individual product, I'll show you exactly what comes in each set, but I thought I would just kind of mention that right now. And so I know you guys are going to want to see these samples up close, so I will switch over to the overhead camera so you guys can see every sample up close, and I'll also go through all of the products within the release, so this will be a longer video. Before I go ahead and switch over though, I just want to thank my family because this would not be possible without them. They've supported me through this entire thing. I also want to thank you guys, my subscribers, for supporting me over the years and helping me achieve this dream. And lastly, this sounds like a Grammy award, but I do want to thank my little team that very short notice decided to help me promote these products. So I believe I have Scrappina helping me, Courtney Kreber, Julianne Foyle, Jamie over at Not Too Shabby, and Jackie from Jackie's Craft Table. So thank you ladies so much. I can't wait to see what you guys make. All of these products can be purchased on my website, www.scrappytalescrafts.com. And I will say that I have limited quantities. Because I'm a new company, I don't know what I'm doing quite yet. I erred on the side of caution and ordered a little bit less than I think I needed. So I was told by my manufacturers that reruns could take up to 4 weeks. So if you want these products before Christmas card making, I would definitely pick them up sooner rather than later. So I want to mention one last thing before switching to the overhead camera, and that is that I'm doing a giveaway for this video. Because I'm showing all of the products today, I wanted to do a large grand prize worth up to $100. I will be having some smaller giveaways throughout the week, so on Instagram and YouTube, so make sure that you follow me and subscribe in order to enter into those giveaways. But for today's video, all you have to do is leave a comment on this video, share it with your friends. That would be great. You know, I'm a new company. I know, I built my current business off of word of mouth and social media, so I know how powerful those two tools can be. And if you're a supporter of mine, if you like these products, please share them with your friends. And you also have to be subscribed to me in order to qualify. So I think that's it. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the camera and show you each individual product, and I'll also show you all the samples up close. Alright guys, so I'm going to continue on with the audio on my phone. Hopefully it sounds decent, but if it doesn't, I can switch over to voiceover. But I'm on a roll talking, and let's just get started because there's a lot to cover. I thought the way I would divide this video up is I'll first show you guys the interactive dies, then I'll show you the add-on dies, and then I'll finish up with the stamps because I always feel like the stamps are the funnest to look at. So here are the 3 interactive dies. Here are the 2 Slimlines. This is the Slimline pop-up box, and this one is the Slimline shadow box. And then here is the A7 pop-up box. And let's start with the A7 just because this one is probably my favorite product from the entire release. You guys know that I'm known for the A7 boxes. They're sort of my signature card design, and they're basically what launched me into the card making world. So they're very special to me. And so what you get in this set is you get the card base itself, which you cut out twice from heavyweight cardstock, and then you get 4 different ways to decorate your box. So I know it only looks like 2 because there's these 2 ornate designs, but if you look closely, there is a die behind them, which I like to use those dies to cut pattern paper from. So on this side you get a plain rectangle and square, and on this side you get more of a ornate rectangle and square. They have more of a flourish edge. So you also get the bridge, which basically holds all of your elements inside the box. And like I said, I will be posting video tutorials on how to assemble all of the boxes you see. Today I'm actually posting an A7 pop-up box, so you can see exactly how I assembled this one today. And again, there will be a giveaway over on that video, so I'll link it down below if you want to check it out. And let's show you guys some samples of the A7. So here we got a beautiful little flower bouquet with the candles, and these are all my stamps, and I'll get to those. But you can see my mom created this particular box, and she cut the silver from the plain square and rectangle, and then she cut the tile from the white. So it's just super elegant. I love how this looks. And obviously I did try to design the dies to work year round, and if you want to check out my Instagram, I have about 3 years worth of A7 inspiration. But the tile looks really great for Christmas because they do kind of look like ornaments. So yeah, so here is one example. I have another one which is basically the same thing but in red and gold. So kind of frosty and traditional here. Beautiful images. And they're all gold embossed. My mom does not really color, so she likes to do a lot of paper piecing. So she did not do any coloring. I did color the candles for her, but you know. So those are some A7s. Here is an example of the lace design. So this is the other option you get in the box. I just love how elegant this looks. And so you don't necessarily need pattern paper to make your boxes look beautiful. However, you can do pattern paper, and here's an example of one that I just used the ornate square and rectangle. I didn't use the lace or the tile, and it's still really pretty. And you know, interactive dies are time consuming, so if you can get away with cutting some steps of the process easier and quicker, that's always great. So here I think I have one more example, and this is just the pattern paper cut from the square and rectangle from the set. And I just used a gray pattern paper at the top and then a red one at the bottom. And I do have one last one, and this one showcases the German Winter Village stamp set. And I did cut the tops from glitter paper, and this one also features that little spring mechanism, which I'll talk about in just a second. So let's go ahead and move on to the Slimline shadow box. And included in this set is the card base, which you cut twice from heavyweight cardstock. You attach it just by adding tape to the tabs. And from one of the two panels you cut, you're gonna wanna cut a window in order to create the shadow box. And I gave you 3 different options to decorate or to cut the window. So you have this ornate flourish here. You have a slightly bigger rectangle, another bigger rectangle, and then this largest rectangle I would not recommend for the window. This one's actually meant to decorate the back of your box. So I really like this smallest rectangle size because you can add a frame using the smaller one and the larger one together, and I'll show you an example of that. And yeah, and then I utilized as much metal space as I could to give you guys the best value for your money possible. So I was able to fit in a happy birthday word die with a shadow. You guys know that if I, pack these separately, this would cost like $8. So I included the happy birthday and the hello. The happy birthday looks so pretty inside the box. Because my stamps are Christmas themed, I couldn't really showcase the word dies too much, but you'll definitely be seeing them in future releases. And then you get the bridge, which you can see this one's different because it's a slope. So that's because you see the bridges inside the shadow box. So I thought a hillside would be better than just a straight line. So yeah, let's go ahead and show you some samples of the shadow box. Here is a gorgeous shadow box with my Winter Village stamp set. I'm just gonna kind of show you guys. And here it is, a view from the top. I added 2 bridges across. You can add however many you want, 1, 2, 3. I kind of like 2, but I did add a hillside to the front. And you guys know me, I had to add acetate. So there is like a see-through window, which I love how that makes it look more expensive. So yeah, here it is folded flat. And then you do get the panel to decorate the sides as well. And I just used pattern paper for that. And you can write a message on the back if you have a less busy pattern paper. That's definitely doable. So let me show you another example, and this one showcases the flourish window. And my mom and I were kind of joking around that it kind of looks like a tissue box, but it's still really pretty. And this one has vellum poinsettias and blue white heat embossed poinsettias. And here's the back. The back showcases the gift card holder. And so you can also put a message behind the gift card holder. So I'm gonna talk about that in a second, but I thought I would just show that. And I think I have one more Slimline pop-up. And this one features the poinsettia and the candles again. My mom silver heat embossed the flowers on white cardstock and green, and then she just paper pieced them. So here is an example. I also have an add-on for this beautiful lace, and I'll talk about that in just a second. And here is the back. Again, folds really nicely into an envelope, nice and flat. All right, so the last pop-up box is the Slimline pop-up card. So here is the die set that you get. You get the bridge, again, to hold all of your elements inside the box. You get the card base, you cut twice from heavyweight cardstock. You get the matching panels that you can cut from pattern paper or ink blended panels. And then I included a bunch of word dies. I don't know about you guys, but personally, word dies are the dies that I want to have but don't necessarily want to buy. So I packed in so many words. I have thank you, thinking of you, best wishes, and I love you. And then I have a couple tag-along words that you can add to those sentiments to really customize it to your recipient. So I have dad, mom, sister, friend. So you can do thinking of you, dad, I love you, mom, best wishes, friend. There's just like endless possibilities here. And they're all sized to fit onto the front flap of the pop-up boxes. So let's go ahead and show you guys some samples of those. And we'll start with this one. Here is a Winter Village stamp example. I do have a coordinating fence, which I'll talk about that. Now I will say, with the A7s, you can kind of float your images above this boundary. So you can make them a little bit taller and they'll still fit into an A7 envelope. But with the pop-up boxes, you cannot exceed this point right here. And that's because Slimline cards are shorter, and because they're longer, you can fit more images inside. So I figured you guys would appreciate a larger box, but you do have to remember not to pop it up beyond that boundary. But you could if you wanted to hand deliver these cards. That's definitely something you can do. But I thought I would mention that. I also want to say the Slimline pop-ups are much easier measurements. So I did, design a flourish edge on this particular box just because I wanted to create something that you couldn't just, make yourself with a scoreboard and a trimmer. So this is just a little bit different and more festive, I guess. And it's not super elegant. As you can see, these images are more whimsical, but you can definitely dress this up and dress this down. You'll see in the next sample. Here's one. And this one features the Cardinals and the poinsettia stamp set. Really pretty. My mom put prills into the flowers. And here is another example. And this one features 3 little fat candles in the center. And I love, you can put any, word die on the front of this Slimline pop-up, and it's just really pretty. And then here is one other example. Did I show this one? I don't know if I showed this one, but here is another example. And now let's go on to the add-on dies that coordinate with the pop-up boxes. So since we're talking about the Slimlines, we'll start with the Slimlines. So I have the Slimline gift card holder, and you get some more word dies, which actually coordinate with the word dies from the pop-up box. So you can use them interchangeably so that the front of your box matches the back. So I have in this set with love, a gift for you, from a little gift for you. You can combine the thank you, and you can do a little thank you for you, and then you can use the tag along words again, mom, dad, sister, friend. So this is what you get in the Slimline gift card holder. So I think I have one example showing that one. Oh, I have 2 actually. So here is one. This one says a little gift for you, and I used the word dies from the die set that's included. And my mom just added another poinsettia to the top of the note card and wrote a cute little message. So it's nice and hidden when you add it back into the gift card holder. And you can obviously fit a gift card holder as well. But if you're using busy pattern paper, it's nice when you can just slip in a note. And that way you can also pass on the card. I mean, I don't see why anyone would pass on a card like this, but that's definitely something that could be done. I do have one more gift card holder example. Again, I use the word dies from the die set, and I combined them with the word dies from this set. So I did with love from your friend, and same thing, you can just add a nice note card. And this shape came from cutting out the shape from the front of the box. So I just added the message to that and added it to the back of the box. So yeah, the gift card holders are really nice to add in. I give my Etsy customers an option to buy a gift card holder for another $1, and I attach them to the back of my cards, and I think about 50% of people go for that, so I figured I'd give you guys that option as well. And I also have the A7 gift card holder, and this one's just, it fits a gift card holder perfectly, and you get the word enjoy included. There's stitching around the edge. So let me just go ahead and show you an example of that. So here it is. Here's the enjoy, and you can just fit the gift card holder there. So that's the A7, and let's go back to the Slimlines because I do have a couple borders. You might have noticed in some of the samples, they were really elegant borders, and they are sized to fit on a Slimline card. They're 8 3/4 inches long, and I did that because you can add these to your flat cards. So if you do want to use them in the boxes, you'll either have to trim them or score them, and I will show that in upcoming videos. But I figured I would make them longer just so that you can get more use out of them and add them to your Slimline flat cards. You can also use these in the A7 box, and you can cut them 3 times to get 3 rows of lacy borders. So this set is called Lacy Borders. And you get 5 different dies here. You get the scallop, you get these 2 ornate, intricate lace, and then I gave you the outline to add behind the lace in order to make them pop. So yeah, let's show you guys some more samples of those. This one features the scallop border. Let's see. Is there another one? Okay, this one features that like pretty lace, and I used this die to cut the white portion, and then I used the background die to cut the silver, so it's like a 2-toned effect. Really pretty. All right, so let's move on to the everyday border set, and these can work year-round. I designed this set to work for scenes, so you can really use these for any holiday or occasion. So included in this set is a hillside, a fence, and a grass. I will mention that the fence is slightly defective, so I did discount this particular die set, so you're only gonna pay for the grass and the hill. I still included the fence because you can definitely still work with it. You're just gonna have to trim the bottom with your trimmer. But that shouldn't be too big of a deal. I really like the fence, so I thought I would still include it. But this one is discounted because it is slightly defective. So here are a couple examples with the borders. So for this hill, I used the hillside from this set, and I did add a fence to the back of this one. And then on this card, I just used the hills and just offset them inside the shadow box. And this one also features a fence right in the front here. And then this one is kind of hidden, but there is a craft fence in the back. It just adds a nice little bit of detail. So those are all the add-on dies. Oh, just kidding. I have one more. This is the mechanism that I showed you in the beginning of the video for this card right here. So when it's folded flat, and it just pops right into place. It's really fun. So this is the die for that. I will have tutorials on this, but it's super easy. It's literally, you just fold it, and there's no gluing involved. The only tape that you add is to attach it to the bottom of your box, but otherwise it's completely held together with a rubber band. And I like to use the little hair elastics. I get them from the dollar store. I have like a pack of 500 for like $5 or something. So I will have tutorials on that. I'm gonna just show you one more time the difference that the mechanism does on the cards. So when it is in the envelope, the rubber band expands. And when it's taken out of the envelope, it just pops right into place. And so let me show you the difference. This one does not have an elastic band. So it just kind of opens halfway, so you do have to fold it with your hands. So it's just a fun little surprise. So that's an option for you guys. Now let's talk about the stamps, because I'm so excited about the stamps. So I designed 4 6x6 stamp sets, And I designed 2 to match with each other. So I have these 2 that kind of coordinate. However, you don't have to use them both. You can just use one. And a lot of the samples, I just use one. But let's talk about the cardinals first. This one is called Cardinal Blessings. And these 2 sets I'm about to show you were illustrated by me and my grandma. So she did all of these beautiful cardinals here. And after I traced over them, I kind of got a feel for their anatomy, and I was able to make these 2 little small ones and the birdhouse. And I also designed the mailbox. And then you get a couple sentiments. This Joy to the World actually fits inside the mailbox if you wanted to add a sentiment to that. And Courtney Krieber is posting a video today, and she is showcasing this stamp set, and she colors these cardinals beautifully. So I will link down to her video if you want to check it out. So yeah, this is Cardinal Blessings. And then the one that's meant to coordinate with this one are the poinsettias. This one is called Candlelight Poinsettia. So you get a tall candle and then a little fat candle. And then you get all these poinsettias. And the poinsettias were designed by my grandma. Her name is Betty Bates. And I don't know if she has an Instagram, but if she does, I will definitely link it because you guys need to see her artwork. She's amazingly talented. So yeah. You get a couple poinsettias and then the candles. I illustrated the candles to go with the poinsettias, and then you have one sentiment here at the bottom. Now there was a typo. I spelled yourself as 2 words. Yeah, it was just one of those days. So if you do buy this set, you'll get the corrected sentiment. So then I have my Christmas market, and that is meant to coordinate with the German winter village. So these 2 go very nicely together. I am half German, so I knew I wanted to pay tribute to my heritage with these 2 sets, and I just love how they turned out. I illustrated both of these completely. So here is the Christmas market, and if you've ever been to Germany during Christmas time, they have these beautiful little log booths, like toy booths. I did a bakery and a gift booth, and they typically are around carnivals, so I decided to also include a Ferris wheel and a carousel in this set. And then you get 3 trees, which are great for scene building, as well as the lantern here. This Merry Christmas, my mom is a calligrapher. She actually designed this sentiment, which is really pretty. And it's sized to fit on the Slimline flaps. So here is the German Winter Village. I just love this set. Courtney Krieber is going to feature this one as well if you want to check that out. But you get a couple German-style houses, and then you get some people, because it wouldn't be a Christmas market without some people. So you get some ice skaters here. You get this really cute couple, and I designed these sentiments to go specifically with this couple. So I have Baby, It's Cold Outside, All I Want for Christmas Is You, Let It Snow, Winter Wishes, and Warm Wishes. And then you get a girl walking her dog, a little boy waving to her, and then like a pretty Christmas tree, which you can put in the center of the village. So let me go through the samples and show you. Here is the German Winter Village. I used my Copics to color the images in. For this one, here is another German Winter Village, and I combined it with the Christmas market. So it's just like a really cool German Christmas market scene in this one. And here's that Merry Christmas. And I think I have one more. This one I think is my favorite because I colored the houses in the traditional German colors, which are brown and white. And I love the acetate, guys. It's just so pretty. And then I'll show you a couple samples of the candlelight poinsettia. So here are the poinsettias with the candles. These are paper piece. You do not have to color these. And they're still really pretty. Here is the Cardinal Blessings with the candlelight poinsettias. So you can see I tucked in a couple little cardinals with that mailbox in that set. So yeah, I think I gave you guys enough samples. My mom is wanting me to show this one again. So here's one more with the candlelight poinsettias and the Cardinal Blessings. With the birdhouse. And the birdhouse is included in the Cardinal Blessings. So that completes the video. It is going to be a long one, and I hope you guys stay with me because there is a giveaway. And I'll say it again, you just have to leave a comment in order to qualify for that, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. And if you shared this video, that would mean the world to me. So I think I'm gonna leave you guys here. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down in the comments. Otherwise, all of these products can be picked up today on my website, www.scrappytailscrafts.com. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And, well, I guess it's the end of the weekend, so week. And I will see you guys on my next video, and I will be showing all these products in action. All right, bye.